What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Deshay. But let's get right into this video. As you can tell by the title, this is an official 28-week update. If you saw my last video, you probably thought, okay, she's not going to give us an official update video. I kind of threw it into where I've been and why I've been MIA. But your girl is here with an official 28-week video. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and put a disclaimer out there. This is my second time recording this video. I've noticed, and another reason why I haven't been posting videos is because I tend to ramble. I'm a talker, and I get off topic sometimes, or I overindulge information because that's just the type of person I am. I'm very open, and while that can be great, it really comes out terrible when it comes to editing. So I'm doing the second take of this. If I start rambling, please bear with me, you guys. I'm pregnant. I have mommy brain and I talk a lot. So with that being said, we're going to get into it, and then I'm going to try not to say That's my goal throughout this video. So for the 28-week update, I had an appointment today, you guys. And the first thing that I'm going to get into as far as the appointment was just the logistics of what I went for. I had my 3-week OB appointment with my high-risk doctor. Today's appointment was to do my 1-hour glucose test, or glucola. Basically, check my urine for anything abnormal proteins, and make sure I'm not anemic. I guess that comes with the blood work part of it, and things of that nature. And then also I received a vaccination today. I'm not talking about my McKenna injection. We all know I get that every week. So I'm just going to give a little brief history for those that are new to my channel. I am 28 weeks pregnant with my rainbow baby. It is a boy. My last pregnancy, I made it to 22 weeks and 5 days, and baby girl was delivered stillborn, because of suspected incompetent cervix. I have a video letting you know about incompetent cervix in my cerclage experience. So if you would like to watch that, make sure that you go back and watch that video. Should be hard to find. And so this pregnancy, I was diagnosed with incompetent cervix. I got a cerclage at 18 weeks, and now 10 weeks later, I'm here. I'm still holding up strong. Your girl is blessed. I'm thankful, and for everybody that's been checking up on me, praying for me, keeping me from worrying throughout this pregnancy. I really appreciate you guys, because you don't know how stressful it can be. But thankfully, I did not allow myself to be stressed this time around. I thought, I would be a lot more anxious, but I might even post a video letting you guys know what it's like having a baby or being pregnant after a loss, especially like a second trimester, like a later pregnancy loss. So getting into what this video is all about, now that you have that backstory on me, I had my 28-week appointment and got there. My appointment was scheduled for 9 o'clock. They got me back really fast, within a few minutes, and I got my glucose drink. So the glucose drink, I received the orange flavor. I didn't look to see if there was like a specific name, or like if they call them anything like Orangeade or anything, but it was not bad to me. It kind of tastes like a flat orange soda, or orange soda that was just not as fizzy, and I chugged it because they do time when you drink it, and I just wanted to get it over with, because the faster you drink it, the faster you can get out of there. So I had my drink. I don't know if that's proper English, but I had it drunk by 8:53. So 9:53 is when they drew my blood. So while that was waiting and everything, I ended up being checked for infections, you know, bacteria infections and everything. And once that was taken care of, the next thing was I had a few questions for the doctor. And the questions were basically, I have vomitoous cord insertion. I'm not sure. So we should just all agree I should never say that word again. But I was just concerned about when I went into labor, would I need to go to the hospital immediately? Could I still wait home for a while with the contractions? Or, you know, is that something I have to be concerned about, trying to hurry up and get there? And basically the doctor told me that there was no extra, you know, once I go in labor. If my water breaks, I would go to the hospital, but that's pretty standard. Like if your water breaks, then it's time to go to the hospital, but I could still wait until my contractions are like with shorter than 5 minutes apart, or whenever, however close your contractions should be when you go to the hospital. So that was pretty good information to hear. I was supposed to have a virtual meet and greet with the pediatricians today, and I believe I mentioned that in the last video, but I overslept. So we're going to talk about that later. Only question I had in concern with circumcision was how much it would cost. I knew my Medicaid doesn't cover it. A lot of insurances don't cover it. And if you don't know what circumcision is, Google it. I'm not trying to be funny, but they provided me with a packet. I said before, my doctor did not answer a lot of questions or like provide me information that I felt my previous OB/GYN had given me at this stage in well, before this stage. I haven't made it this far. So I was kind of like concerned a little bit, but I guess they were just waiting until I got closer. So today, since I'm 28 weeks, they did give me this folder. I'm covering up the hospital name, but they gave me this folder and it has everything in it as far as hospital information. Circumcision, the first thing I kind of want to show you guys though is they gave me this card, basically like a guide to count kicks. They also told me how to count the kicks. Basically it says to whatever the most active time of your baby to count the kicks. Try to do it at the same time every day. You should be feeling 10 kicks within 2 hours. And they gave me this, which I can make copies of it if I would like, because this is good. It only gave me 8 days worth, which is, like I said, I can make copies if I wanted to do that. I was kind of using an index card before, so good stuff. And then the next thing in the packet basically says, like the first page is before delivery checklist. I would show you, but I want y'all zooming in and seeing my personal business, like what area I live in, everything. Y'all don't need to know all that. So there's a before delivery checklist. It basically tells you to register, how to sign up, to sign up for birth and family education classes, take a tour, develop the birth plan. They have a page on what to pack in your bag. You know, a lot of moms would love to know what to pack in their hospital bag. So that's great. I may reference this in my hospital bag video. It's a page telling you when it's time to go, like when you should be heading to the hospital, whether or not, like, you know, information basically saying once you get to triage or they upon examination, they may or may not admit you right then. That is clearly stated in here. So if I'm not bleeding and my water ain't broke, I'm gonna try to wait out as long as possible, as long as I feel like baby is moving and still doing pretty good in there. And it said there's also a page on my delivery and stay and what to expect. And happy birthday day. So it's basically telling me about what's going to go on during delivery, that I will be in labor and delivery for the first 2 hours and then transferred to a postpartum room, telling me my pain management options, care during and after delivery, whether it's vaginal or a cesarean birth. And then there's also the after delivery page with more of the postpartum care information, letting me know about the breastfeeding support, the birth certificate, bringing him home, discharge meal. So discharge meal, I'm gonna read this part to y'all because I thought it was kind of cool, but I don't know if COVID is gonna affect this. But it says, upon discharge, we provided a tasty and convenient meal to bring home, prepared courtesy of my hospital's talented chefs. It's our way of welcoming you home and easing the transition to parenthood. And then also I didn't mention this, but earlier in the packet, they also had information on visitors and how many people could be in the delivery room with me. I think it said my support person and up to 4 people. I don't think they're still doing that. And that's a lot of people. If anybody was going to be in my room, I mean, if my sister was here, I probably would include her, but it would just be my husband and my mom. But even now, my mom stays like 2 hours away. So it's going to be just me and my husband in the delivery room. I have not made a birth plan yet, and I'm kind of excited to start working on that and to get my doctors and discuss some things as far as the birth plan. But they did basically mention in here to have a copy of your birth plan ready, and that the nurses would also have the birth plan so that they can best follow my wishes or the patient's wishes. And I really love that they're doing that. So right on into the next thing. Also, while I was waiting for my hour to be over, I ended up getting the Tdap vaccination, which is tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis. So the main reason why I got that is to protect my baby against whooping cough. They basically asked like, hey, did you want the Tdap vaccination today? And I was like, sure. I'm not opposed to vaccinations. And I'm just going to give you a quick briefing on that. Okay, so here I just felt the need to clarify exactly where I stood. I'm pro-choice about everything. So whether or not you choose to do something, that is totally up to you. But just don't bash me for choosing to do what I chose to do. Some people choose to do it, some people don't. Whooping cough can be fatal for young babies. Babies in general, it's harder to fight off stuff. So they do recommend every pregnancy to receive that vaccination. If you do, that's great. If you don't, that's also great. We're not even going to get too far into that. I opted to get it. I will also be getting the flu vaccination in September. I don't normally. Now, that is a vaccination that I've stopped receiving over the years. Like, if my job, if I had a job that required it, of course, I would proceed to get the vaccination. But I don't have a job. I haven't had jobs that required it. But in the past, I was receiving the flu vaccination. I was getting it free through my insurances that I had with, I was getting it free through my insurance. So I was receiving them because I do get flu every year. I've had it this year, if it was the flu. Because with everything going on, I got really sick in February. I went to the hospital. They said it was the flu. Trusting it was the flu. If it won't, hopefully I got some antibodies or something. But I will be getting that vaccination just because I'm pregnant. And whatever vaccinations you get kind of help protect your child as well. So I will be getting that. On to the next. So they did my urine sample and my drug screening and everything. And I don't know if I mentioned before, when she checked me for the bacteria vaginosis, she said, she did tell me that everything was looking good with my stitch. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but if I did, I'm sorry for repeating myself. But the doctor said that everything was looking good with the stitch, and it was holding very well. She almost couldn't find it. I feel like I've said that, but moving back. So we did all this. I got all this good information. The appointment went well. So we're gonna get into me being 28 weeks and how my day went, because it was really eventful. So after I left the appointment, of course I'm hungry. I didn't bring snacks with me. It's starting to thunder outside. It's starting to look pretty bad out. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm gonna try to show you. It's the wind is picking up. It's starting to thunder, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to hurry up and get this video done so I can start focusing on preparing dinner and everything. I got some bad news, you guys. I failed my 1 hour glucose test. But no, y'all, I failed my 1 hour glucose test. I saw that when I was initially going into Walmart. It popped up on my chart that, you know, all of my test results, notes, etc. And it popped up the test results, and I was looking and I was like, looking at all of them. I was like, okay, this looks good, this looks good, this looks, hold up, this is out of range. And then I looked at the top under the notes, because I skip the words and just look at the actual data and stats and like what the test was and what the range, and if it was in range, out of range. I looked at the top and it said glucose test failed, contact patient for 3-hour test. And I was like, babe, I failed the glucose test. I failed. Why me? Why me? But no, a lot of people fail the 1 hour and then go on to past the 3 hours. So I'm hoping, we're hoping and we're praying. So y'all hope and pray with me. Whatever, you know, manifest, get your rocks out, whatever you need to do. Help your girl out, okay? Because I failed my 1 hour glucose test, so we don't need that. But I definitely failed. So the nurse had called me. She told me that she got me scheduled for this Thursday. I go, not actually to their office, but I go to a laboratory. Once I get there, I can't eat. I have to fast. I can't eat anything after midnight on Wednesday. She told me to bring a snack with me, so after the test is over, I can immediately eat something. She told me the process, which is when I get there, they check my blood. An hour in, okay, I get there, they check my blood. I drink the drink. An hour in, they check my blood again, and then they check my blood at the final hour. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. Because I'm thinking she said they check my blood 3 times, but if I do it before and then I do it twice during, but it's a 3-hour test, maybe I'm thinking too far into that. But long story short, I have to retake my glucola. And it didn't taste nasty for the 1 hour. I've had both lime flavor last time, last pregnancy, and then this time I had orange flavor. They said the 3-hour drink is different because it's way more sugar, so bleh. But let me get a thumbnail. So yeah, I failed that glucose test. It wasn't terrible. I think the range cap off is 140 and I got a 145. I don't know if that's drastic, but yeah. So I'm just hoping that I pass it next time. This morning I did eat because they told me I could still eat, but not a lot of sugar. so I wouldn't get like nauseous or anything. And I had a half a bagel with some strawberry cream cheese. I deliberately only ate half a bagel because I didn't want to eat 2 halves of a bagel and have 2 halves of strawberry cream cheese. So yeah, terrible. So I failed that glucose test, but everything else aside, my day was great. And then it kind of went down a little bit, and then I took a nap. Now I'm back up and active. But I definitely was kind of upset about everything I had to encounter just to get my prescription today. And the news of me failing my test and the process of me like just walking in and trying to get a prescription, and then you telling me it's $150? $150? No. But again, it's your girl, Deshay. Thank you for watching my video. I'm glad I can get this update for you guys. And then another disclaimer. I know y'all like tummy shots, so I'm going to try to show y'all a little bit. But another disclaimer, I was not naked or bare under my robe. I have on balling shorts and a sports bra. But yeah. So once again, this is baby boy. This is the tummy. I'm getting big. We're moving right on along. And y'all stay tuned for more information. Follow me along this journey. As I've stated before, the next video that I get out to you guys now would be my glucose, how my 3-hour glucose test went. And I'm going to try to low-key try to start recording at these appointments. At least some audio for you guys. But I think I'm you know, sly enough to do that. So I'm gonna try to get some of that content for you guys. And also my baby shower, August 2nd. So that's coming right on up. That's another week and some change. And then I also will be 30 weeks. So you'll have that 30-week update. You will have my, sorry, the lighting kind of changed because it got dark outside. But you'll have the 30-week update. And then you guys will also have my baby shower haul. And pretty soon after that, I'll be packing my hospital bag. So y'all stay tuned. Thank you for watching my video. If you stayed this long, I love you. And click that like button, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post those videos in the future. And it's your girl, Deshay. I love y'all. I'm out. Bye. Mwah.